Team building Caitlin Clark makes clear statement over Indiana Fever's $400,000 decision to help reach WNBA Finals. The Indiana Fever are beefing up their roster to make a title run with Caitlin Clark. Clark's arrival helped the Fever return to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. The Fever lost in the first round of the 2024 playoffs, getting swept by the Connecticut Suns. But they don't seem content with being one and done. Indiana signed 15-year veteran DeWanna Bonner to a one-year contract to start the offseason. She is a six-time All-Star and two-time WNBA champion, and previously played on the Suns team that eliminated the Fever last season. Bonner averaged 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists in 2024. The Fever also signed 10-year veteran Nyesha Howard from the Dallas Wings. Howard is a two-time All-Star and three-time WNBA champion. She averaged 17.6 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 2.9 assists in 2024. Both players signed for 1 year, $200,000 deals. That is just below the league's $250,000 max contract. The Fever held an introductory press conference for Bonner on Monday, and Clark shared her opinion about the team's moves. "We didn't really have much experience at all playing in playoff games last year," Clark said. Adding pieces, players that have been in this league, they know what it takes to win. They know what it takes to get to the finals. They know what it takes to win championships. I think it's exactly what we needed in our locker room. Bonner and Howard have a combined 140 games of playoff experience under their belts. The Fever had just 19 games of playoff experience combined between the whole team heading into the playoffs last year. Bonner shared her confidence in the Fever's core of young players by saying she wants to win another championship. Indiana is showing their commitment to building a winning team in the Fever by investing heavily in the team. The franchise announced plans for a $78 million training center in downtown Indianapolis that will open in 2027. Clark praised the Fever's ownership group for their willingness to invest in the team despite being in a smaller market. "This is the franchise in all of women's sports, I say," Clark said. "No matter what sport it is, I think the next few years are going to be amazing for this franchise, and will continue to be for hopefully 10+ years, and hopefully we win a few championships." The Fever now have a competitive roster with the likes of Clark, Howard, Bonner, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aliyah Boston likely making up the starting five. This mix of a young core and veteran leadership could lead to a deep playoff run. Bill Maher slams Nike's "Lie" in Super Bowl 2025 commercial involving Caitlin Clark and other female stars. Bill Maher has fueled Nike's recent Super Bowl commercial, claiming a giant lie about the patriarchy runs through the clip involving stars such as Caitlin Clark and Sha'Carri Richardson. "So Win" features some of the biggest names in women's sport, including WNBA superstars Clark, Sabrina Ionescu, and A'ja Wilson, Olympic sprinter Richardson, and Team USA gymnast Jordan Chiles. In the Nike clip, the narrator, musician Doechii, lists numerous doubts that these female athletes face and details their ability to defy the critics. "You can't take credit, you can't speak up, you can't be so ambitious, you can't break records, you can't have any fun, you can't make demands, you can't be proud, you can't keep score, you can't stand out," she says. "Whatever you do, you can't win, so win." The clip includes footage from the athletes in action on the court or on the field or on the track. It was Nike's first Super Bowl ad in decades and reportedly became the brand's most-watched video in record time. But the commercial was slammed by Maher and his panel on Real Time with Bill Maher on Friday night. "There's this phrase I use a lot here, zombie lie," Maher said. "It means something that used to be true, and it stopped being true, and then people kept saying it. I feel like this is a giant zombie lie." Maher, who recently destroyed the NFL's End Racism campaign, added, "When was the last time a woman was told you can't do this, you can't be confident? Who are these imaginary mean old men of the patriarchy?" The host added, "It's not brat at all, a term now synonymous with being bold, defiant, and unapologetic." Maher also used the commercial to send a message to the Democratic Party about how to treat American voters. If the Democrats are ever going to win again, they have to realize something about the American people. They're not that savvy about politics, but they know when you're lying, he continued. So who on the left says to the people at Nike, whoever is applauding this, you're not helping. People aren't buying this. You're going to lose elections in the future. You just keep doubling down on this stupid idea of always going to the oppressed and the oppressors.